Welcome back to Unhinged and Unplugged.
We're your hosts, Alyssa and Tressa.
And on today's episode 30.
Ooh.
I didn't realize that's our 30th episode. And we have the one and only Jeff from Mind Your Pucking Business.
Yay.
So buckle up, because on today's episode, there's pure hockey chaos. We're hanging out with Jeff from Mind Your Pucking Business, talking Rangers, rivalries, bad calls, bold predictions, and maybe a few unfiltered opinions that'll get us in trouble later. And you already know how we do. No filter, all fun. So let's drop the pie.
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Hello, how are you? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Loud and
Amazing.
clear.
Thank you
So
for
we have
doing this.
Yeah, so we have technology working both ways. That never happens. I'm like shocked.
Never. You don't. We cannot figure this out for the life of us.
We can't get it together.
We cannot get it together to save our souls.
I might be the dumbest tech person that my 14-year-old and 12-year-old will teach me things that I don't know, and it's 101 stuff. But
Yeah. And you don't want to know either.
No,
I really do say it. I say, like, I know enough. I don't want to learn anything else. I feel like I'm an 80-year-old grandmother.
Literally.
Yeah.
No,
well, with the
nothing is working.
14-year-old who just started high school, with her, it's like I don't even want to know, because anything that I do know, I get pissed off or aggravated at. So
yeah,
maybe
my
I'm better
daughter
off.
too.
Because you feel stupid. Like, you're like, I'm not, this is stupid, and I'm not doing it.
My daughter also just started high school, and I ask her things, and I'm like, why did I even bother? I don't know.
I grew up with a brother, so I'm not used to like girl drama and like
girls.
friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not it.
You're in the thick of it, brother.
It is not it.
Yep.
Girls suck.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. They sure do. So we figured we just shoot the shit with you because
Okay. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
last night. What are your thoughts?
Last night, before we go there, were you guys there? I meant to ask you, were you there? No, not last night.
We were.
The Bruins game a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes.
So I saw you. So here's what happened. My son broke his leg like about 4 weeks ago.
Oof.
We're currently like transitioning from a wheelchair to crutches. And
he was in a wheelchair at that game,
at
right?
that game, yeah. So we were like trying to figure out logistically where to go, and it was a mess. And I saw you guys from afar. I recognized you, but I had him, and I was trying to get into an elevator. It was an absolute hot mess. But I thought I saw you guys there quickly, because then I turned around and you were gone, and I was dealing with him. But and I'm sorry you were there last night. What do I make of last night?
So are we.
I make of last night, it was here's my major takeaway. I felt really bad for the people that were there, including yourself, obviously. The home opener always has a ton of energy, appeal. You had an 8:00 game, so you had an extra hour to pregame or whatever you want to do. You haven't had hockey in 6 months because it was the longest off season ever, because they didn't make the playoffs. So it was all built up into this one night. And I feel really bad for the people that were there. Secondly, and you didn't have a lot to cheer about really at any point of the night. I mean,
not even
the Yankees. We had a lot to cheer about when they put the Aaron Judge hitting his
They didn't even put it on. We were just sitting and watching, and they were. I don't even know if they were doing anything. They eventually showed it, but we were hearing people cheering, and we're like, "What's going on?" I'm like looking for a fight. I'm looking for something, and I'm like, Tressa, am I losing it? And then somebody yelled Yankees, and then this guy stood up, and then that's how we knew it was the
only thing worth cheering for last.
And then they played it. I thought that was nice.
Yeah. So, but I think on the ice, I look at it as it's one game. If you go back last year, not that long ago, the Rangers opened and won 6-0, and how did the rest of the season go? So the first night is not indicative of how the next 81 are going to go. You'd like to get off to a better start, but you also have to remember Panarin never played in the preseason. That was his first game action. JT Miller played one game and said after the game he didn't feel 100%. He will as he gets more strength in his legs. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't good. Am I sitting here like everyone this morning on our show was writing in? Should we panic? I can't wait to tune in today on NYPP. You're going to light up the team, and I'm like, I'm not going to light up the team. It's one game. We're not doing that off of one game. But
I thought personally the defense was much better than it was last year.
Yeah,
yeah, they
didn't look like sitting ducks.
Yeah, they had, they had they had 2 letdowns. One on the goal. They left the guy wide open that scored.
Yeah.
And then in the second period, they got lucky because they made the same mistake. And the guy, I forgot the guy, but the last name with the K, hit the post, so they got lucky on that on
Right.
Igor. Other than that, defensively they did well. I mean,
Mhm.
Pittsburgh is not a great team. I mean, that's the other thing I didn't love.
Scary. That's the
Yeah.
No,
scary
that's
part.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But, you know, if you look at it defensively, to your point, you let up one goal. The 2 empty net goals don't count to me. That doesn't
Right,
matter.
no.
So you really only let up one goal. Offensively, with the team that they have, they should be able to score 2 and then win that game. They just, for whatever reason,
Right.
last night didn't. But there was
Couldn't
also a
score.
lack of quality chances. Like, again, I feel for you guys being there.
I felt like
Um,
they were just shooting head on. They were just shooting at the goalie right in the center of his chest. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
we talked about that exact point today. Mika in the second period where he kind of had that mini breakaway, shot it right into the guy's glove.
My God.
Lafreniere had a great chance in the third period on a wrist shot, literally shot it into his stomach. I mean, it literally hit the
Yeah.
guy in the stomach. It was, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to do that.
We were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, but it's
Yeah,
one
we
game.
couldn't.
We'll take that one
Right.
game.
Right. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. And then Sullivan, poor Sullivan, like it's his first game out and he's playing against his old team and they just can't get it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel, but you know, that's the other thing, Sullivan. It's going to take time, right? It's a new coach. It doesn't
Right.
happen overnight. And he's a qualified guy. I'm sure he can
Right.
identify what's wrong here. Whether he can fix it
So
or
where
not, I
do
don't know. Good.
right. Where do
Mhm.
you think the disconnect is?
Mm.
Like we can't figure it out because I don't know.
Uh, well, I think so far. I mean, again, you're going off of one game, so I'm answering
Right.
that question without a major sample size. But it's offensively. I thought Igor was more than fine last night. Obviously, he let up
Yeah.
one
They were.
goal. I thought
Mhm.
defensively, like you guys said, I didn't think they looked that bad. Um,
Right.
they did well in face-offs last night, I believe, if I remember looking at that. I think offensively they just were out of sync. The power play looked completely lost, and that could
Yeah.
be Panarin hasn't played. Right? He's a big part of the power play. JT Miller's a big part of it. He really hasn't played.
Yeah.
I almost literally threw something at the TV when I saw Matt Rempe on the power play. Like, what am I doing with my life when I saw that? But I'd like to think that will get connected. But I think the disconnect is that.
Yeah.
I think Panarin just really didn't do anything special at all last night.
Well,
Like not even
he
a
hasn't.
little thing.
Yeah, he
So
hasn't
yeah,
played.
no, he just not anything good at all. So I know he
Yeah.
She
hasn't
was
played, but
very
that's like
mad
a
about it.
problem. I don't know.
I mean, we know Alyssa's a big Rempe fan, so talking bad about him.
No, I
shit,
feel you.
but
I'm not. I don't defend him. I
I think
I think he got a lot better. I don't think he looks
I
like
think,
a.
look, I'm not a
I
Rempe
don't think he
guy.
looks better. He looks better out there.
I'm
I
not a
don't think he
Rempe guy,
deserves it.
and everyone knows that. But even if I was a Rempe guy, he's not a power play player. When we be real here, like
No.
No, I agree.
yeah,
I
and
do agree with that.
but he has gotten better, and I thought he actually did well last night. I thought he created on the forecheck a lot, to be honest
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
you.
I
And I
thought
thought
he did well too.
Noah Laba for his first game had a couple plays, particularly in the third period. I think the shift he had with about 7 minutes left, he
Yeah.
made a couple nice plays. So
I
Yeah.
thought Radish played really well too. I wasn't a big fan of him at first, but I thought he did really well last night.
I like Radish also.
yeah, the thing with Radish that I don't know and no one knows it yet is really like what is his role going to be here?
Right.
I'm not it's not defined yet. And I don't know what the answer is. I'm gonna let the team define it and then we can evaluate it based on that. But I don't know his role right now.
Yeah. He's just in the air.
Mhm.
A lot of people have been talking about the Shiri signing and how they don't agree with it and they think that
It's nepotism.
yeah. What are your thoughts?
So I have some inside information on the Shuri. I have no sources in my life, but I do through my daughter. She knows someone who is connected to him. We'll leave it at that. And I know, well, we know publicly that he's married to Mike Sullivan's niece, right?
Niece.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is not travel baseball at the 10U level in some town on
Right.
Long Island, but that's got to help. That has to help your cause, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And I was told that he had gotten other offers from other teams that were better, but wanted to go to New York. Whether that was because he wanted to be with the Rangers, whether it was that he
Right.
wanted to be with Solomon, I don't know. I'm not surprised in the least that he made it. I
Me either.
also
Yeah. No, we
I also don't know if you're against it, which is fine. People are entitled to feel that. I guess my question back to you is, who would you rather be at the left on the left wing on the third line? There's not a glaring answer other than him either. I don't know. I think his experience can help. This is also a group
Right.
that is a super fragile locker room from last year and is coming off of that train wreck aspect. I think he can, I mean, I think he can help.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Berard fan. Everybody knows I'm a Berard fan, but I also agree that sending him down is going to help him instead of hurt him.
Yeah,
I get.
I would agree with that. Same thing with Gabe Perreault, right?
Yeah.
If Gabe Perreault could get first line minutes in Hartford versus a third line role here, which is not what he's going to be long term. If he's a third line player for the length of his career, the Rangers are in trouble.
Yeah. No.
Right? So I'd rather him
And
get
he
playing
played
time.
so well. He played
Yeah.
so well in the preseason. I
He
was
did.
shocked that he didn't.
Well,
He
a
did.
friend of ours brought up a good point. He said, "Look at the guys that they put down. They're going to make them play together, strengthen them, and then bring them up, and they'll be like a fire line." And I'm like, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. And anyone who's screaming about Berard or Perreault, they'll be here at some point. Just because you start
Oh,
the year
yeah.
in
Oh,
Hartford doesn't mean
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're
Means
there for
nothing.
the year. Buy a house. You're
Yeah.
not doing that.
Right. I feel
Right.
last year too, like they just kept fluctuating up and down, up and
Yeah.
down. Every week it was something else. So, they're coming in hot.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I just hope. I don't know. What do you think about Miller as the captain?
Would not have been my first choice, but I didn't have a
Really?
Yeah.
I
who would
didn't
you-
I
who would you
didn't
have
have
picked?
I would have probably picked Trocheck, but
That's what I said too.
I
Fair
wasn't
pick.
I wasn't so gung ho about it like it had to be him. I really also don't care. Like I think people overblow who's the captain a ton.
Yeah.
The team is either going to suck or they're not going to suck, and
Yeah.
it's not because of the captain. Like there's
No,
bigger
they didn't even
No.
have a captain last
right.
season.
There's bigger issues.
And
There's
they
bigger
sucked.
issues than who wears the C on the chest.
Right.
I think that he brings a lot to the table. I think that they did. Once he came to the Rangers, I think that the locker room was a little better because it was such a shit show. And I thought my only knowledge of JT Miller, like when he first joined the Rangers this season, because I'm like new to this, is that he had that beef with the guy, Elias
Patterson,
his name,
yeah.
Patterson, on that other team. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So now we have a problem in the locker room already with our fucking teammates, our team. And then now this guy's going to come in with his bad attitude and he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's fighting this guy, his own teammate. But then it ended up that, no, it's just,
So
must have just been a
you're
personal thing.
spot on, because that was the part of it to me that worried me, was if he was a
Yeah.
locker room issue in Vancouver,
Yeah, thank you.
why are you then making him the
Correct.
lead? But
Correct.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case, and the Rangers did their due diligence, or they would have never made him captain. It's like, hey, let's take a locker room cancer and put him in a lineup that's full of a locker room that's full
I
of
think
cancer.
it was with Elias. I think it was more of a personality issue, right? I think that they just
Didn't mesh
his
well.
demeanor with Patterson wasn't good. Like Miller, like he would be very he would call you a dick, like he'd yell at you, and supposedly that guy didn't do well with that. I don't know if that's true, but so maybe it was just a personality thing, and he wasn't a troublemaker. I don't know. But that was my first thought. And now he's captain of the team. So,
Well,
I thought once Miller came onto the team last season that Mika, his game was like on fire. But we talked about this with Sean Avery, and he was like, it's a Band-Aid. And I was like, well, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about then.
Well, Sean Avery could be right. I mean, he could also be wrong. I mean, time will the only thing you're going to get is time.
Right.
I mean, Mika was at a point when that trade happened at the end of January where Mika was just lost. Like he didn't want to be there. There's something about that trade that invigorated him, and then moving to the wing and playing with JT Miller. Whether now Sean Avery could be right that was a temporary fix, right? Because now the newness of it, the novelty of it, the freshness of it is gone. I don't know, but I think that's why they have to, and they are continuing to play him with JT, because they saw the positive impact he had on his game.
Yeah, I think they'll work well together.
I thought they worked well together last night.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get the puck in the freaking net, man.
Yeah, Mika also had that opportunity in the first period where he was like facing the wrong way. The puck landed on his stick, and I'm like, he didn't know where he was. He didn't realize the goalie was right in front of him.
The amount of times I scream, shoot the fucking puck.
And it just seemed like the puck was like in slow motion. Like at one point the puck was on the ice and it was just there. Like nobody was doing anything with it. Like everybody was around the puck, but nobody was touching the puck with their stick. It didn't make any sense.
I think actually the play that you're referring to, there was a play in our defensive zone. I think it was the first period where it seemed like watching on TV. I'm watching the puck just sit there. I'm like, is anybody on either team going to get it?
We're like, what? Is there going to be a whistle? Like, did we miss something? What's going on? Where is that? Where are the people? Where are the freaking people? I don't know. I don't know. Well, so Alyssa's a new Ranger fan. This is what your third season we're going into.
Whenever they did the Winter Classic and it was Rumpy's first game, that was the first game I ever watched like in full.
So
She's
that was the stadium.
Taught.
So, but that's impressive because your knowledge, because it's actually now, I mean, that was also, by the way, let's see, a year and 8 months ago, what we're talking about, because that was President's Day weekend of 2024. I mean, for you
great memory.
Yeah, well, hey,
only what I did yesterday.
I can't tell you what I had for breakfast, but when it comes to the Rangers, I got you covered.
I don't even know what I
but I mean, no, it's impressive that, you self-taught yourself in a year and a half to the point where and you're only gonna learn more as time goes on.
That's what I think. And I ask questions like maybe I won't ask them out loud. I'll ask like chat, if it's a stupid question. But no, I feel like I watch everything. Like I don't just watch a Ranger game. Like I enjoy watching, I enjoy watching other teams. And I like teach myself, I guess. I'm self-taught. I am a self-taught fan. So there's not a lot that I know. I don't know a lot about the past.
She doesn't understand that, like, when we didn't make the playoffs last year, she's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, no, this is it. Like, they're going to make you really excited and then they're going to make you really upset. And then it's like a roller coaster.
It is a wave. It never stays up that long. And usually, thankfully, it doesn't stay down that long. So ride the waves.
Right. Yeah.
Just grab your popcorn and keep it moving.
Yeah. Yes. And I just want to be at every game. It's so sad too. Because
I said to her yesterday, I'm like, what we need to do is get a piggy bank and we're just going to keep putting money in it. And then by the end of the season, we can buy season tickets for next season.
And we had such good seats. We were in the Delta Club and my husband bought them for us. And Chris Christie's sitting literally right behind Tressa.
Oh, really? Wow. Now you're in Staten Island, right? Is that where you guys are?
Yeah, we live.
Because I saw when Sean Avery asked you that. I did see that part.
Good old Staten Island. It's fantastic. So how did you get into this? Like
the Rangers or the podcast?
The whole thing.
Both. The whole thing?
No.
Well, so as a kid, I liked hockey and I became a fan of hockey in probably like 1989. Living in New Jersey. There's another team that plays here. We don't like to talk about them that much. I was
gonna say, were you a Devils fan?
No, I know. I just was not. I was not a Devils fan, and I still look back at June 14th, 1994, even though I was only in 8th grade, as like the greatest night ever. I failed my 8th grade English final the next morning, and I was not allowed to go to the parade on the Friday because I failed my final because it was Game 7 versus the Canucks.
Oh my God.
So I've just always kind of been into it. And then about 15 years ago, I got season tickets and I've kind of got more tickets as I've gotten to know people. And so here we are.
That's nice. And then how did Mind Your Pucking Business come about? Which is a great name, by the way.
It's the weirdest story ever. So in COVID, MYPB is clearly not my full-time thing at all. Although the amount of stuff that goes on Instagram all day with it's becoming a full-time thing. It's a problem.
It's another job. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. If you saw this morning, you would think that like the world exploded. So I was at a client's house in COVID, and the client said to me, "You would be great as a podcaster for the Rangers." I said, "What are you talking about? I have no experience and the world is ending." This was like literally May. This was May of that year.
Podcast.
Right. Like what stupidity are we talking about right now?
By July, we're not going to be here anymore.
Yeah. Like we're going to podcast live from heaven, So I left, that was it. And then I saw the client later in the fall and she mentioned it again. And she said, "Look, I have someone I could put you in touch with. I think it would be great." And the only reason I let her set it up was because she was so goddamn annoying with it. And she was my client. I was just being nice. And that was kind of how it started. And then it's really like my biggest piece of advice for you guys that are starting, and I think you're really good.
Thank you.
In the beginning, it was not it really isn't. You have to, and I think I commented this on one of your Instagrams, like, don't change what you do. Keep going. It doesn't happen overnight. Like, we are a living testament to that. Because if you go on YouTube and it's still on there, and you look at we had our 204th show today. If you look at show number 1, we still don't know what we're doing, but like, we really didn't know what we were doing back then. I mean, you can see. So that is
we have to watch it to make ourselves feel better.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know what? There's such a niche. Here's the other thing I have found. And Ranger fans, like, it's a niche market, kind of, right? Like, your audience is not someone who's looking for home improvement tips. It's not cooking. It's not the cooking channel. Like, you have your target audience, and that audience gets really captivated about the topic of the Rangers.
Right.
And there's not a lot of us out there that do it. It's not a super saturated field. And I don't mean this is going to sound rude, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say this. Some of the people that do it really have no clue. Like, it's almost to the point where it's unwatchable, right?
Right.
And so you slice them out. So there's really like a lot of space in the marketplace, not marketplace, but in the genre, that you can really do well for yourself.
Yeah. I watched our first episode the other day. Like, I just put it on. I'm like, what the fuck? Who told us this was a good idea?
Oh.
And then, like, we talked about literally everything and anything. And then I think it was your husband was like, why don't you guys just talk about the Rangers? Like, you're there constantly. You're always doing it. Just go with that. And we were like, all right.
I mean, we still talk about like other things, obviously.
Yeah.
We're moms, and we talk about our problems and our husbands
and teenage girls
and everything else. But
I'll join the show.
Yeah, we're not trying to be famous either. Like, we just did it just to, I don't even know. Someone just told us we should start one.
We went to dinner.
Funny.
We went to dinner, and our waiter was like, "You guys are hilarious. You should start a podcast." And we were like, "All right."
Yeah.
So between our accents and our comedic timing.
But that's where, like, for you guys, I mean, you have the angle where, like, I think it's really cool that you're women. Like, I think that's a differentiating point right away. That's really cool. And I'll say, like, with our stuff, people say all the time, and my kids don't always love it, but to include my kids more, they always ask for more of my kids stuff. So, you've got,
our kids want to be included all the time.
The moms, like, I do the food reviews now that we do around the garden with the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cute,
yeah. I mean, that would be another cool thing for you guys to do next if you're at a game. Like, we go into Penn Station and we'll do like Raising Cane's review. We did Pizzeria Suprema across the street. I could send them to you. They're up on our site.
We're like a creature of habit. We go right to the barbecue place and
the pork,
and we get pulled pork every
108.
Section 108.
Oh, you're yes,
106
in the garden.
In the garden.
If we're not in the Delta Club, even if we're
sometimes we're in the Delta Club.
We're going to get pulled pork. It's the only thing we eat in the garden.
Is it that good? I have to.
It's good.
It might not be, but we think it's.
I think it's really good.
Well, guess what I'm having Sunday, I think.
Yeah, try it.
Our kids are like, we go on Sunday. Like, everybody has games. We have 9,000 games. Like,
we should go Sunday.
We can't. Our kids are all-star cheerleaders. That in itself is a whole nother job.
Yeah, I think Sunday also we're supposed to get some sort of monsoon. It sounds like I saw in the
really?
news.
So then I won't be playing football.
Well, then you can come to the game. Thankfully, Rangers play inside.
Maybe you just opened up a can of worms there.
Yeah, but my younger daughter plays hockey, and of course she plays Sunday nights.
Yeah, how old is she?
10. She's a goalie.
Wow, that's got to be stressful on a parent. I can't imagine. Yeah.
And my older daughter is a flyer for cheer. I said, you guys said we're going to pick the 2 most expensive sports, and then we're going to go to the 2 most stressful positions, and we're going to pick that.
Oh, God.
Sold.
Yeah.
You have to have Xanax on your pocket or something.
She's powered by Prozac. It's just how we live.
I can't run without it. No.
And then our kid, like, my daughter will abuse my life. She's like, you're so pathetic. And then she's like, oh my God, that hockey player is so hot. This one's so, I'm like, really? Now we like hockey? Now we like hockey?
We're trying to get them into it.
Last year you didn't want to come to a game. Now you want to come to every game. It's just not it.
Did you go to casino night?
I did not. I have never been to a casino night. I go to a lot of the they do a lot of season ticket holder events, like with the players that I love, for obvious reasons. Who wouldn't love that? I don't usually. It's in March or February, and there's like 1,000 things going on. I have not. Have you been?
We went last year.
How was it?
In January.
It was awesome.
Nice. It was really nice.
It was short. It was quick. It was like what, 3 hours, I think. Like but we got to meet everybody.
Yeah, you got to talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they're being social. Like we spoke to Will Cooley for like 10 minutes. We didn't see Panarin at all, shockingly. Carter was kind of just like being to himself. He was like just at the table gambling.
Are you happy about that trade?
Yeah, Kreider's not the nicest guy. I've met him a bunch of times. He was not. Yes, I was very happy with the trade. Before they traded him, the week before, there's a clip where he said the Rangers have to trade Chris Kreider in the offseason because you can't pay a guy $6.5 million for what he was giving you. And I do think he's going to do really well in Anaheim because he's not going to have pressure on him. He's got a lot of young players out there, Mason McTavish especially. I think he'll actually do well out there, and they have a good coach. But Kreider is not the friendliest guy. Panarin was not very friendly. The season ticket holder event 2 years ago, the meet and greet with the team. So they basically what they do, there's 2 lines, and one line goes to 2 players, and another line goes to 3, and they don't tell you who's what line because technically when you're done, you can go in the other line. They don't kick you out.
Right.
So we went in, we just happened to go left and the players weren't there and we're waiting. And then someone got word that it was going to be Panarin. So everybody runs to that line, right? But we were already in the front. He showed up like 45 minutes late. He could not have been more unfriendly and just disinterested. Like the dude just didn't want to be there. And part of me was like, we're all season tickets holders. We're paying this ridiculous salary of yours. For 45 minutes, like at least put on a front.
Put a
or
smile on.
Yeah, I mean, do something.
Oh, that's not good.
So we had a different experience. We were standing outside the garden, like where they come out. Everyone was gone. We were just bullshitting with a couple of friends. There was not a person in the street, not a security guard, nothing. Panarin drives out of the parking garage, stops his car, gets out. He's like, "Hey guys, want pictures, autographs?" We're like, "What?" Sure.
Yeah, he was asking us if we wanted pictures.
I guess,
and
this was
the day after they announced
the scandal,
the whole scandal.
So I don't know if that's
it was like literally the next day. So we were like,
PR damage control.
Yeah, there was literally 6 of us.
It just so happened we were standing there. We're like,
but funny that you said that he's like not friendly because I didn't see him at all at the casino night, and that really you're spending a lot of money, to schmooze with these people. You would expect that you're going to see like all of them, right?
Yeah,
and we didn't see him.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know who else we missed.
I've heard that. I've never met him, but I have heard that Mika's really good in person. I heard he's super.
He was awesome.
He was nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize how tall. He's a big dude. Like I didn't realize he was like, I'm tall, and he was towered over me. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, he was very nice.
Yeah, he was.
They were all very nice. Yeah, Kreider was a little standoffish.
He was the only
Trocheck,
one.
I know. Some people say Trocheck is like one time someone met him. And I guess maybe his son was with him and he was having like a bad day, I guess. And he was just like not having it. Trocheck like was not having it. He was nasty, I guess, to them. And
I have heard that as well.
Yeah. So again, that vibe, I didn't get that vibe from him that day, but that night.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. I don't know. But I feel like you're, like you said, you're spending all this money on season tickets and whatever, and it should be.
Yeah, and they definitely don't want to be there. I get it. Yeah. Like
they're getting paid to fuck.
Like I get it, but it's a foundation. Like right, it's going to charity. It's like so it's nice. It's not like your money's going in the shitter. It's going to something nice.
Yeah. Well, what are your last thing? What are your predictions for the season? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
So I'm not going to change my prediction based on last night. I'm going to stay with what I said last week. I think they'll make the playoffs as a wild card. I think the Eastern Conference is not good. And I think that their division, the Metropolitan Division, is the worst of the 4 from a competitive point of view, which actually works in their favor. I think they have Igor, like last night. If you score 2 goals, that means your goalie steals you a game. So that equates on its own for some wins you shouldn't have. The offense will eventually get going. I think they make the playoffs. Are they the President's Trophy winning team of 2 years ago when you first went to MetLife Stadium? No, unfortunately, they're not. But they'll get in, And then, hockey playoffs, you need a hot goalie.
Nothing better.
Right. You need a hot goalie. You have a chance because your goalie has proven he can play hot. So I think they'll get in. I think that I don't think the start to this season is going to be overly smooth. You can see that already from last night.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to sit here now and rip off 4 in a row and fix it in one day.
No.
They're not.
No, it's going to be a struggle.
But they do go to Buffalo tomorrow and then Pittsburgh again. You got to win. I mean, I almost would tell you need to win them both because the schedule is going to get very hard after that. You have Washington Sunday, which I expect to see you at Section 108 having pulled pork if it's raining and all your stuff is closed. So
I hope so. I hope you're right.
Yeah, you have Washington, and then you have Edmonton, then you go up to Canada to Toronto and Montreal. Not easy places to play. The schedule gets harder. So you got to kind of try and get some points here this weekend.
And I want to try to take my daughter to Montreal. I got to see if we can make that
That's
work.
my bucket list. Yeah.
She's dying to go to Canada and watch a game.
Same with me. My bucket list thing would be to go to Montreal. And I looked at that when the schedule came out and I saw it was a Saturday night in October. I was like, you know what? It's possible. And then my son broke his leg and I was like, it ain't happening.
What do you think of Will Cooley?
I think he had a very good first half of the year last year. I think he came back to earth a bit in the second half, and a lot of that isn't talked about because in his defense, everyone else around him was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I did read that people are saying that he is not going to be like his time is up. Like he was hot, and that's it. Like
he's still young.
Like he got his 15. Yeah, is what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
so weird.
You're right. I mean, he's young. He is young, so I don't think his time would be up. But I think he played really well, but he's going to be in a position if he's playing with Zibanejad and Miller, he's going to get opportunities. So
yeah,
you're going to know. But I like him. I mean, look, I don't go into it and I expect him to score 30 goals. If he wants to surprise me, go for it. I think if you have realistic expectations on the player, cool he is, and I think at the end of the day, he's probably a good third liner in the league, like a Barclay Goodrow, then he'll be all right. He'll be okay. Yeah. There's a role for that.
Yeah. No, I think he's an all-around good player. That's just my opinion. I don't know what this stuff.
Well, hey, your opinion. Look, I mean, in a year and a half, Alyssa, you got it locked down in a year and a half.
She's learned a lot. Sometimes she says things I'm like, wow, okay.
Self-taught and everything.
I was self-taught. That's it.
You should do like a tutorial. You should do like a tutorial, like episode where it's like 101. Yeah. Like, are you interested in becoming a fan? Let me show you how to do it.
Let me show you.
So
what
the problem is she can't read off a script.
Oh no!
So she would be everywhere. You hand her like something to go off of, and she's like, "Nope, can't do it." She like fumbles completely.
So you got to be like, so you're like, you just got to be on the fly, natural.
Yeah.
So if we end up at a game because we do food reviews, I'll do a food review with you at the pulled pork. We'll do a pulled pork food review at some point. Yeah, you'll let me know the games you go to.
Oh my God, it's so
good.
And
then like the production company produces it and they edit it and they do really good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you have all I do everything on my end.
She does everything,
wouldn't
but
know
I
how
said...
to, see, I have no idea how to do anything.
But I did tell her when we were struggling, I'm like, ask him, just ask him. I'm like, he has a I don't know, he has a following. We're literally like begging people to help us. I signed up for this. What was that website I signed up for? I don't know.
Some guy wanted to charge us like $5,000 an episode.
It was like just people that like you're looking for someone to do something for you. Like, I don't know, whatever you need to do technically or whatever. And this guy wanted to charge us like a crazy amount.
I don't know.
Like, so I just need someone to help.
We don't like that. We tape it out of a studio. There's cameras.
Yeah,
there's
that's awesome.
There's producers. Like, I don't know how to do anything. I just show up and talk Rangers. So anything tech I can't help you with, but the other stuff like exposure or whatever, if we're doing a food review, we'll collab on it. We'll post it. I'm all, and then we can pull pork. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So my mouth is watering thinking about it because we didn't have it yesterday.
Yeah, we were starving. We were at the blue carpet. You didn't go, obviously. Do you go to that? Do you ever go to the blue carpet?
No, I don't. So I'm not. I would go to the home opener. I'm not anti home opener, but I've always looked at it like it gets a lot of the tension for one game, and I understand it's the first game, but like the game Sunday night counts the same. My daughter had a soccer game yesterday, so it never even would have been in the discussion. And I hate the fact that it was an 8:00 game because like 8 versus 7 for me at my age is like, what are we doing?
It's a lot. I know.
Us too. We was dead.
This morning I woke up. I was like, it was 5 a.m. I'm like, oh my God.
And you know what I did? You know what I did before? I'm embarrassed to tell you this because of how late it was. I picked my daughter up at school because for some reason soccer got canceled. I'm not sure why. And I sat down on the couch to answer a work email, and I woke up. It was like an hour later. It was like 4:30. I took a nap.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah. She was napping when I got here. I'm like, you got to get up.
She said, I'm coming at 6. I'm like, can you just come at 6:30? I just have to close my eyes for 20 minutes. I'm so tired.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What did we do yesterday? What happened yesterday? What was I just gonna say?
The blue carpet.
Was it good?
Well, I was just, before I forget, because I'm going to forget, at least you went to your child's game. My son had a baseball game and I didn't go. Yeah. So he's like, you skipped my games to go to the Ranger game. I know, I'm a terrible mom. I don't know what to tell you.
The blue carpet would have been better had the PR people. Like, Lundqvist is my all-time favorite player. I've never met him. I'm obsessed with him. He is the be-all, end-all in my life. He was standing in front of me. And I wanted him to sign my jacket and take a picture. And the PR girl was like, nope, you got to go on that side now. She was like ping-ponging
and
them.
So many people had left because they didn't know he was like a surprise.
He was right in front of me.
Oh.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You got to keep your goals.
Wasn't bad.
They'll give you something to work towards.
I love that, man.
I told her, I said, this casino night, probably because it's 100 years, everybody and their mother will be there. Because, there were people there last year, too. Like, Richter was there. Reeves was,
You want to hear?
No, that's embarrassing.
What a fan she is. She's at the game with her husband. It was probably like her second game, third. No,
I don't know.
Whatever. And her husband's like, oh, shit, Mike Richter's sitting in front of us. She's like, who's that, your friend?
Yes, his friend from high school. You haven't met him. He was at your wedding, actually. You just don't remember that he was on the invite list.
I didn't know who he was. So when I met him, I told him that story. He must have just thought I was.
And then PK Subban was sitting next to us yesterday too. I don't know what the hell he was doing
he
there.
Didn't just look like himself. I don't know. He's wearing a big hat.
Like, who's that?
No, I know who he is now, but he was. I just didn't. I'm not really looking. You know what I mean?
But the Richter story was my favorite. She's like, is that your friend? I said, no, you didn't.
How old are your kids?
Mine are 14 and 10.
And mine are 12 and 9.
Okay, so we're similar, right? Mine are 14 and 12. So we're pulling that boat together.
It's not easy. Sometimes I want off the ride.
I came home today from work and everybody was attacking me. I just walked in. I wanted to stay at work a little later to get stuff done. People were harassing me on the phone. I'm like, I'm just fucking leaving. I left. I come home. Everybody's crying.
Time to
get
out.
Prozac.
Yeah, no.
Prozac.
If I didn't have Prozac, I don't.
Literally. It's not it.
I'm leaving.
This isn't the life for us.
I'm leaving.
I just want to be at the garden eating pulled pork and watching hockey.
And no problems. We go there like we have nothing better to do with our time. Okay.
Now, how do you get there? Because I'm not good with the MTA
we
stuff.
Drive.
You drive?
Yeah, I'm not taking public transportation.
Where are you from?
I'm in Jersey, but I'm right over the GW Bridge. So if there's no...
so you're like North Jersey.
Yeah, so if there's no traffic, which obviously is a major if, I could be at the garden in 30 minutes. It's not too bad.
Us too, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's either 30 minutes or 3 hours. There's no in between.
There's no in between. Yeah. It can't be an hour 15, right? It's got to
be. No. Right. But I will not. She's dying to take the train to Penn Station. You couldn't catch me dead on public transportation.
I know it's disgusting, but I just say it leaves you off right.
There's rats, roaches, and drug addicts. I'm not getting.
But then we went to the Hardy concert. He performed the night after we went to the preseason game. Who were they playing the night before? The Bruins, maybe?
The Bruins. That's probably when I saw
the Bruins. Yeah. So the next night we were back at the Garden again because Hardy was performing, and right when we get out of our car, we're crossing the street, and all these cops were running through the barricades, or whatever. A guy got shot at Penn Station.
I'm like, you want to get on the train? Let's go.
Yes. Wait a second. The day after, because we were in Penn Station for the Bruins game.
Yeah.
And the next day it happened, and I thought to myself, my God, we watched
them wheel the guy into the freaking ambulance.
He was a naked man.
I'm like, why is there a naked man? No, he got shot. They're working on him in the middle of the street. We're just watching it happen.
Yeah, I'll drive.
She wants to take the train.
No, I just said it leaves you off right there. No, she drives. It's my car. She drives my car.
She doesn't like to drive off Staten Island, so I'm like, I will drive. I'll drive anywhere, anytime. Put me on a road trip, I'm good. But I'm not taking public transportation. And my husband's a bus driver. Not getting on it.
He drives a city bus?
Yeah.
Wow. See, and I like it. So even you're like, it's in my blood and my family. I ain't doing it.
Nope. yesterday we were going to take the bus in, and then they were supposed to meet us there, but then one kid got sick, one had baseball. It was just a mess. So they were going to meet us, and I was like, we'll take the bus in. Like, you could drive us in, but I'm only getting on your bus when nobody else is on it. And then
so private Uber.
We ended up anyway.
Basically, you expected your husband to give you an Uber, free Uber on a city bus. I like it.
That's about
I like the logic.
We ended up driving. I'm not getting, no, it's not for me.
Yep. And we were there for 100 hours, I felt like. And we didn't eat, and it was, my feet were killing me.
And
they sucked. And everybody around me smelled, and everybody was nuts, and it was
that's
hot.
I woke up today and I was like, if they won, it would have been worth it to be this exhausted. But they didn't. Right. And I'm on my 5th cup of coffee, and I could go to sleep right here, right now.
Yes. Yeah,
it can only go up from here.
It can only get better. Tomorrow in Buffalo. Keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. Well, thank you again so much.
You got it. Anytime you guys need me, let me know. Got it.
Yeah, we'll meet you at the pool board.
Bye. Bye. That's a wrap on today's episode of Unhinged and Unplugged. Huge thank you to Jeff from Mind Your Pucking Business for hanging out with us and bringing the heat with his hockey takes. If you loved this chat, make sure to check out Mind Your Pucking Business for more hockey talk, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and follow us wherever you get your podcasts.
Amen. Until the next one,
all the things. Follow,
like, subscribe, share, all the things.
All the things.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.